Hi, everybody. Okay, I really don't know what to say. It's so magnificent. So, the two words that are coming to mind for what's happening here is astonishment. Yeah, serious astonishment, and fruition. And that's because it's all happening. This restoration is beyond anything Steve and I dreamed, and we are going on year 14 coming this fall. And we didn't get everything in the first year, and a lot of this was done by Mother Nature, and that's going to be some of the lessons that we share over the summer. But today, the main thing is just, holy crap. So I thought we'd just go take a quick look in the Woodland Trail, and that's because the greenery is everywhere. It's difficult to get through there at this moment, so I'm gonna get chiggers, and I don't care because it's so beautiful, and I like to wear shorts and sandals or be barefoot. It's just my style. So let's go take a look, okay? Okay, so we're heading in there. Look at this. This is the orchard. But that's for another day. We'll just get stuck right here. We got 9-bark and serviceberry heading into the Woodland Trail. Look at the greenery. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do that 25 million times. This is a bur oak. Get those oaks in. I'll say that. Get the oaks in and the hickories. Get your trees in. Get everything in. But also, if you've got oaks and hickories around you, you don't even need to plant them. The squirrels are the best planters around. We put in a whole bunch, and then we observed that we have them coming up. We don't have bur oak coming up on their own, but we do have all kinds of shagbark hickory and pin oak. So observation. And look, it's still hanging in there. Old ladders and pieces of slab wood that I routed on, and an old watering can head, and just some really cool burrs. See, I'm stuck on bur oaks. Steve's been talking about bur oaks, and it's pretty cool. All right, look at this. I mean, it's electric, isn't it? I think the last time that I took you all in here, there was nothing going on. The growth in eastern deciduous forest in summertime is astonishing. Oh, hello. Look at you. Hello. The fireflies are starting around here, the flashing fireflies, and it's just the icing on the cake. So we've got this little woodland path, these raised boards, because it does get pretty wet in here. This is spice bush, and I'll just turn around this way. There is touch-me-not through here, and cut plant, and wild raspberry, and the only thing we planted besides the spice bush next to me and then the river birch is a couple of cut plant in here. Otherwise, this land just wanted to grow plants, and the land just wasn't being allowed to, because there were piles of trash or mowing or old trailers just laying there. So all we had to do was release them, and there they went. And this area is a favorite of little damselflies, and they're so dainty. They're like those pin needles that you use for sewing. That's what they remind me of. Talking about the squirrels planting, like, here's a whole ton of hickories. They planted all those. And we've got, of course, silky and rough leaf dogwoods coming in here on their own, and goldenrods, and sedges galore. Let's take a look at those. Now we put that oak in. Look at, so I'm still working on sedges. I don't have a handle on them yet, and that's because I haven't tried. So genus Carex, and when I used to teach the kiddos, we always said sedges have edges, and that's because if you rub the stems through your fingers, you'll feel that it has edges. It's not like grass where it's quite round. Ooh, now, hey, can we see you? Okay. Ooh, I don't know who you are, but you're cool. And there is a Woodland Lucy. That is a non-flashing firefly. Hey, Missy. Now, of course, there are boy Woodland Lucies. And I don't know which that is. Oh, there's another right there. So this time of year, I gotta go slow. I gotta watch where I'm going because there is life everywhere. So look at this. Like, there are sedges and grasses throughout this whole area, and it really gives the savanna feel. But when you come in here, and when I last brought you in here in March, there was just about nothing. How does this even happen? I mean, Jesus, is a remarkable world. This is bladdernut. The clouds are moving in as I speak, so I'm glad I started right now so my camera has a prayer at focusing. Look at all this. Mostly just take in that this whole area is so lush. Lush, lush, lush. That gets hard to say. Green-headed coneflower. They do really great in more shade than I would have thought. And the deer love to munch on them. I heard a fitspew out there. Yes. So the willow flycatchers, I am pushing through the plants. Look at my path. There's my foot. Oh, it is just so gorgeous. The plants want to come back, everybody. They just want to grow. There's walnuts coming up everywhere, and the walnuts are one of the best trees I can imagine in terms of wildlife food because they're producing that not every year. And of course the oaks. But the walnuts, don't overlook the walnuts. They have been such a gift to get to know while we're here. Spice bush. We're going to cross over the bridge. I am not sure what this grass is. Steve is working on it. We were concerned about it. We're not positive that it's native, but it's seeming like it might be. It also might not be. We'll find out. We've been a little bit dry for the past couple weeks, so we just have this trickle of water in here now. It was nice to dry out for a bit. Everybody's ready for a drink again, and it will come. And you look around at all of these trees, and if we can figure it out, if we can find somebody eventually to protect this place, these trees are going to get enormous with time. Not the elms, but the oaks and the sugar maples and the pin oaks. They're going to get to be old growth forest, and that is way cool to think about. And here we have our woodland plants, and they're just spreading. They seem to be so happy. I can't believe the touch-me-nots or the jewelweed. When they get enough moisture, they just go nuts. They are an annual and they self-sow. Here is one of my favorite plants ever. I'm so drawn to this plant. This is black cohosh. Enchanter's nightshade in here. They're just doing their thing. We didn't plant them. We let the leaves drop down, and then all of a sudden stuff starts to happen. And yes, there are still creatures living in this tree. That used to be standing, and it fell across the path, and we just step over it now. And look at that monster grapevine. We have had tons of 8-spotted forester moths here, which use grape and Virginia creeper, and I'm seeing their caterpillars everywhere, and those caterpillars are way cool. I haven't seen them on this big of a grape. This size of a grape, we once saw a Pandora sphinx moth caterpillar walking on. They were about that big. So big grape, big caterpillars. This is old wood from various things that were here. If wood has a lot of creatures living in them, big ant colonies, wood borers, we don't dumpster them. So there are definitely some piles like this on the land. They will eventually decay. Eventually, and in the interim, shelter for so many. Now we get into a little bit more depauperate area, and I bet some of you can guess why. Right in here, water pools all the time. We really are thinking of ways to keep the water in there. That pin oak is loving the way the water lays in here. Let's pan back here. Oh my goodness, greenery. And we're in May. Can you imagine July? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Look, now you can see the path a little more. The spittle bugs are active everywhere. They're on the plants, and they just like little packs of spittle. That's another sedge. Oh my gosh, cool. Look, like I came out here and was spitting on everything, and that's their house. So the spittle bugs exude that, and they live in there. The young seems like a pretty good shelter. I'm not sure if anybody eats them. Probably, but I don't know if a lot of other insects or birds would like to get into that spittle. Probably depends what it tastes like, maybe. Biggest tree on the property. Hello, Mother Pin Oak. Thank you for standing. Thank you for your resiliency. Oh, wow. Oh, y'all. Really? It's just amazing what happens. We get to be a part of this because we really are a part of this. We aren't separate from nature. We act like we are, but we are nature. And we got to remember that. Let's go see here for a minute. I'm getting real close to that farm field edge, so our property line is right here. But I wanted to show you the little plants we're putting back. I've just got paint markers in here for right now because a lot of these you can see are dying back, and I don't want to forget where we've put these. Oh, Michella repens, partridge berry. These won't be very permanent. They will rot quick but they'll last until I get something better in. We really are going to add a lot of woodland plants back in here and open this path up, and you can see up there's a lot of greenery, so there's so much to work with. The main challenge in this zone is just the abundant poison ivy. So I've ripped a lot out. We'll keep after it. We love poison ivy climbing up the trees. We love it in a lot of areas, but not right where we're planting, like right there. But you all know, because you've read about it, poison ivy is a major superfood for birds and mammals, so it's important not to get rid of it all. And this is about it for the Woodland Trail. Oh, look at this. I stuck these logs, or these pieces of tree here years ago because they were delivered as part of our firewood, but they're too big and knotty, and so we couldn't split them. And I just love the way they are integrating into the land. Right now they're hosting a lot of poison ivy. And then our little bridge is a piece of slab wood. And then we enter the old field. That'll be another day. Thanks for joining me this morning. I'm just so astonished and so full of wonder and so excited about the fruition that is happening here. And I love that you all get to be here with us and see it happening, and also happening on your very own patch, whether that is a little piece of lawn, a big piece of land, or a window box. Whatever you're doing, we appreciate you so much.